Evil thrives on control, manipulation, and deception. Those with malicious intentions, whether in relationships, professional environments, or society at large, rely on others' predictability, weakness, and dependence to carry out their plans. But there is one type of personality that ruins their schemes: the Sigma man. Sigmas are not conflict-driven alphas nor submissive betas. They are lone wolves, independent, emotionally resilient, and nearly impossible to manipulate, making them a nightmare for anyone with evil intentions. But why do the wicked fear Sigmas? What makes them so threatening to those who seek control and domination? Today, we'll break down the 6 striking reasons why malicious people dread Sigmas. By the end, you'll understand why the Sigma mindset is not only powerful, but also an impenetrable shield against manipulation. 1. Sigmas are unpredictable. Evil thrives on predictability. Manipulators need to anticipate actions, emotions, and reactions to maintain control. But Sigmas are wild cards. They don't follow social scripts, aren't swayed by group pressure, conventional expectations, or emotional triggers. When faced with manipulation tactics, a Sigma may react unexpectedly, leaving without warning, confronting directly, or refusing to engage at all. This unpredictability frustrates and terrifies the ill-intentioned, stripping them of their ability to plan and manipulate. If they can't predict your moves, they can't control you, and that makes Sigmas formidable adversaries. 2. They can't be emotionally manipulated. Emotional manipulation is a key weapon for evil. Guilt-tripping, gaslighting, or blackmail exploit vulnerabilities. But Sigmas are masters of emotional control. They don't let emotions cloud their judgment, nor do they allow others to weaponize their feelings. If someone tries to bend them through guilt or shame, they hit a wall of calm rationality. This resilience makes them immune to psychological manipulation. For the wicked, it's like playing chess against someone who anticipates every move. Sigmas don't fall into traps. 3. They aren't afraid to walk away. Control depends on dependence. Malicious people want you to feel trapped, whether economically, emotionally, or socially. But Sigmas are experts in detachment. If a situation turns toxic, they leave without hesitation. They don't fear starting over, being alone, or cutting off those who disrupt their peace. This ability terrifies the wicked because it strips them of their most powerful weapon, the fear of loss. You can't trap someone who isn't afraid to leave, and when manipulators lose their grip on a Sigma, they become powerless. 4. They are exceptionally observant. Evil relies on lies, half-truths, and hidden motives, but Sigmas spot inconsistencies in speech, subtle shifts in body language, and fake smiles. While others get distracted by sweet words, they focus on what's left unsaid. This ability to see beyond appearances makes it nearly impossible to hide ulterior motives from them. Sigmas detect red flags early and act before falling into manipulative traps. The wicked fear them because they can't hide from their gaze. 5. They live by their own moral code. The wicked exploit moral flexibility, pushing boundaries into gray areas where people hesitate. But Sigmas follow an unshakable internal code, independent of external validation. They know their limits and defend them without hesitation. This integrity makes them incorruptible. Bribes, threats, or temptations don't work. The wicked fear Sigmas because they can't manipulate those who refuse to betray their principles. 6. They are entirely self-sufficient. Dependence is the key to control. Financial, emotional, or social reliance keeps victims trapped. But Sigmas are immune. They've built their lives on independence, skills, mindset, and resilience to thrive alone. They don't wait for a savior or seek external validation. Their self-worth doesn't hinge on others. When the wicked try to manipulate them with financial threats, emotional blackmail, or social isolation, they find they have no power. You can't threaten someone who doesn't depend on you. Sigmas don't crumble under scarcity. They know they can rebuild from nothing. This self-sufficiency intimidates manipulators who are used to pulling strings. Sigmas cut those strings. When a malicious person realizes they can't control them, they hit an insurmountable wall. The Sigma's silent power isn't loud, but it's an impenetrable shield. Sigmas don't just survive without dependence. They thrive. And that's something the wicked will never understand and will always fear. They don't fear Sigmas because they're aggressive or confrontational, but because they're immune to their tools, unpredictable, emotionally unreachable, ready to leave, perceptive, morally steadfast, and self-sufficient. Evil thrives on control, but Sigmas are uncontrollable. They operate outside predictable patterns, refusing to be bought, intimidated, or influenced. If you recognize these traits in yourself, embrace them. Protect your independence, trust your instincts, and stay true to your principles. In a world full of manipulators, Sigmas aren't just a threat to evil. They're its antidote. Here are the 6 reasons why the wicked fear Sigmas. Which ones do you identify with? Have you noticed other Sigma qualities that repel toxic people? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown, like and subscribe for more Sigma mindset content. Thanks for watching Lone Wolves. Stay sharp, stay focused, and walk your path. See you in the next video.